Hey, Callie.
Okay. So, Callie, before you get started, will you introduce yourself and just let us know who you are in the McGrady family and where you're calling in from?
Yes, my name is Callister Jones. I am the third child of Margaret Jones, who is the third child of Odessa McGrady. So I am Odessa McGrady's granddaughter.
Nice. Nice.
And I am calling from Brooklyn, New York. My small but nice kitchen. So today I'm gonna be making pineapple cake with coconut cream cheese frosting. And this recipe, I'm like working on the recipe. So some things might be a little different than the recipe I sent. I only noticed that when I actually made the cake last night that I actually did some things different in the recipe. But I'll show you guys. So first things first, I'm going to use a box yellow cake for your cake batter. And typically, usually on the box, it says to use 1 cup of water, 3 eggs, and a choice of an oil base. Last night, I actually used butter instead of the vegetable oil, but today I'm going to use the vegetable oil that it says on the box. But the cake came out fine, but I'm just going to use the vegetable oil that's on the box. So, basically what I do is start with the cake batter. Put in a large bowl. And then you're gonna add your 3 eggs. And I typically like to let the eggs sit out so it's room temperature. So I just put in like some warm water for a little bit. And then I add eggs. And okay, so next, instead of adding the water, we're going to blend pineapple puree. So I usually use either pineapple slices or the chunks of pineapple, and I just put the whole thing into the blender and I blend it. So,
You don't drain it, Callie?
mm-mm.
Okay. In juice or in sugar?
Oh, it's just the whole, it's in 100% pineapple juice.
Okay, yeah, because some of them are in syrup.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't use one for syrup. The whole thing in here. It's gonna go in there. Okay. So I don't blend it too much to get it to a, an actual pure liquid. Because I still like those pineapple chunks in it.
Little chunk.
Yeah. So as you can see the consistency. Like it should be like that. Like that. Yeah, like a slush. So that's usually what I do with that. And then you just measure out the cup. That's the box that you use for a cup of water, and you use it instead. You use this puree.
Okay. Instead of the water. Okay.
And you place that inside. My counter is small.
It works.
And then you just mix all this together. Make sure you get a good mixture. Oh. I didn't add the oil.
Hey, that's a nice little hand mixer you got there.
Yes, my sister got it for me. For Christmas. She got it for me for Christmas. Don't forget the oil like I just did. So the oil is going to be 1/3 cup of oil. Last night I used butter, but today I'm going to use the actual vegetable oil. Now you can mix. Gonna get a nice cake batter. I don't want to over it, but you want to make sure it's free of most lumps. So let's how cake batter's gonna look. And next, we're gonna put it in the pan. So what I like to do for my cake pans is I like to use butter to grease it. Use butter to grease the whole cake pan, the bottom and the sides. And I come from a family of all bakers, so a lot of things you learn over the years of baking, especially with my mom and my grandma and my aunts. So that's something I'm grateful for. So you grease the entire pan, and then I use just a little bit of flour just to sprinkle it. Make sure it doesn't stick. Not too much. Sides. Like that.
You do it the old-fashioned way. They have the pan that has the flour in it. That's what I use now.
I'm not using that. But yeah, so you make sure the pan is nice and flour. They have that. I didn't know that.
I use Baker's Joy.
Yeah, they have it with the flour in it for baking.
I like it too. Okay,
but I like the old way too.
How can you have a pan that has flour in it?
Pan. The
Ham, the spray.
Oh,
yeah.
So what I like to do that I didn't put in the recipe, I kind of got it backwards. In the recipe I said after I bake it, I layered it, which is true because I just did that. But also when I put it in the pan, I start with the batter first. Okay, so I line the bottom with the batter, like maybe not that much.
A half.
I line it
cover it.
at the bottom. With the batter. And try to make sure you get like all the corners. So it's nice and even on the bottom. Something like that. Just like that. And what I do is I add a little bit of the pineapple in between each layer. So there's more pineapple. So I just sprinkle it a little bit. I don't completely saturate the batter. just to get little clumps of the pineapple. What else flavor it looks like? So it's just like a little bit of pineapple you put in between each layer, and I just keep cooking it. So I get another layer of the batter. Spread out.
We need to open up a shop, a virtual baking, and we give Nene a little bit of credit for the red velvet.
Oh, she get all the credit for the red velvet now.
And I just repeat doing this just a little bit. I know, right? I have so many fingers. Not too much pineapple because it'll affect the baking of the
Keep it nice and moist.
just a little bit, yeah. And then you top it off with the rest of the batter.
Callie, I'm gonna send you a spatula.
I have a small one. I need to get, I do need to get more stuff though. I just realized today. This is the first time
you're doing good, but spatula will make it easier for you.
Oh yeah.
Callie, I have several I can send you.
But she wants that same color to match her mixer and her cups. Measuring cups.
Mint green.
Mint green, all right.
All right. So let me show you. So this is how the cake is gonna look. You're gonna see some of the pineapple like in between each layer, but it's okay. So you put this in the oven for about 25 minutes. The box says bake it around that time. Yeah, usually with the 9-inch pan, you use 23 to 28 minutes. But the way that I test it is because you added the pineapple, it might be a little jiggly. So when you test it, you make sure the cake is nice and firm. So when you take it out, and be a little brown on the top, and you make sure it's nice and firm on the top. So after 25 minutes, I usually do the frosting. So I'm gonna do the frosting next. Is there any questions? Anyone have any questions yet? Nope.
Is your mother nice? Is your mother nice?
What?
What'd you say?
Nothing important.
Hi, Vicky.
Hello.
So next on the frosting, I did half of the frosting last night, and I'm gonna do the other half today. You're supposed to use 2 packs of cream cheese and 2 sticks of butter, but I'm doing half of it today, so I'm using 1 pack of cream cheese and 1 stick of butter. Make sure it's room temperature. It's you know, it's nice and softened for your frosting. So you have 1 stick. This. Then you do 1 pack of this. And also it says to use vanilla extract and coconut extract. And I believe it's a half a teaspoon each. But last night, since I cut it in half, I did 1/4. So 1/4 teaspoon. The only reason why I made this cake is because my boyfriend likes pineapple cake.
Really?
Other than that, I really didn't have, you know,
What
boyfriend.
boyfriend? Where he at? Where he at?
He's not here right now.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why.
We don't never see him.
Callie don't got no boyfriend. Callie don't got no boyfriend.
Leave her alone.
He's fake. He don't exist.
That sounds like Matthew.
Phantom boyfriend. Now she's taking it out on the
I believe you, Callie.
Huh?
He believes you.
Y'all are a trip.
Uncle Dale said, what boyfriend?
No, but seriously, when did we get to see him though? I had never seen him.
He doesn't exist. He does not exist.
It's a figment of her imagination.
Matthew, stop.
That's probably the best kind to have.
He does exist. Oh my goodness. Why don't you say anything?
She ain't saying nothing.
I don't know. Look, me and Trey are like, why did you even say anything?
I know. Her boyfriend.
That's the only reason why I made this. I didn't make it for any other reason.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Wow.
nice.
So you're gonna use one for vanilla and one for coconut.
Because you cut it in half, yeah.
Callie,
What the hell?
in her apartment in Brooklyn.
Where are you in Brooklyn, Cal?
I'm in Kensington. Kensington, Brooklyn.
Kensington.
Where's that near? What's your subway stop? What's the nearest subway stop?
Church Avenue.
Oh, you're in my old hood.
Yeah, Adelphi Street near there.
Oh, girl, I lived at right on the corner, one in from the corner. You know Lafayette Avenue Presbyterian Church?
I think so. This is the church that's further
South
on.
Oxford, and yeah. I was like 4 doors down from there. I love that apartment. Oh my gosh. You can walk right down Atlantic Avenue.
Huh?
Where to the church? Oh, Charlene's, yeah.
114 Lafayette Avenue.
Madali said he went to dinner there at your apartment one time. He was at Columbia.
You did? What did I
He was
feed
at
you?
Columbia.
Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh. I remember now.
Bill said you fed him kale and a piece of bread.
Probably right about the kale.
All right, so 3 cups.
I didn't have no bread. I was poor.
Yeah, you were poor.
I was poor.
So you're gonna mix this all together for your frosting. The first time I made this, I used a buttercream frosting, but I'm trying the cream cheese one.
It's better. Like candy.
So I do add a little bit more coconut flavoring. Just in the recipe I put coconut milk. You can use coconut milk or cream of coconut gelatin. And I don't know, maybe like a teaspoon. I play with it because it's by taste. Generally, it's not really by consistency, it's by taste. If you want your frosting to be just have a little bit more of that, you know, coconut taste, just add.
That's the coconut milk.
Yeah. Either coconut milk or cream of coconut.
You want the full fat, not the light.
Yeah. just to get that nice
Boyfriend needs to get
flavor.
so she.
What Granny say about that boyfriend, Chantel?
Granny's just enjoying seeing her granddaughters do their thing.
Really good. Okay, so after you do your frosting, you let your cake cool. And then you're ready to frost it. So for that cake, I cut it in half. I actually cut it in half, and I layered the middle while Jael was making her rice, because I was just like, oh, I don't want to take up too much time. So I already cut the cake in half, and I layered it, and I put the frosting on the first layer. Oh, I don't want to forget.
Let's see it.
Also the cake syrup. So sometimes using boxed cake, it can get spongy or may like dry out. So I use cake syrup, which is just water and sugar, and you boil it to get it evaporated, and you let that cool, and then you just either spray it. Some people spray it, or they you can use a spoon just to make sure it's more of a moist cake. So that's what I do.
Fancy, Callie.
Simple syrup.
You like the
syrup,
cookie
yeah.
I'm trying this. This is new, actually. So
That's good.
I did the syrup, and then I put the icing on it, and then just a little bit more of the pineapple, and then the next cake layer.
Okay.
I'm not finished.
She's doing a good job, OD.
So, and
Oh,
Callie,
this is the cake. Oh, wait. I didn't finish icing it, though. So this is the cake. It comes out nice and brown when you leave it in for 25 minutes. And I put the icing in the middle. I could use more icing, but I personally don't like that much icing. But I'm just gonna finish it for you guys.
Well, does your boyfriend like that much icing?
Yeah, I don't really. me personally, I just don't like that much icing on it.
It looks great.
Mhm.
So,
I know
Callie-
it's great. Callie can bake. She really does.
here's a tip, Cal.
Yeah,
If you don't make the simple syrup, like when your cake comes out of the pan, and you can let it cool for maybe 10 minutes, but wrap it in saran wrap. And that helps keep the moisture in and keep your cake moist.
The thing is, I don't even think this cake needed the syrup. I mean, I added that just in case.
Mm-hmm.
The pineapples alone make this cake like super, super good.
All right. Nice job,
You
Callie.
made for Thanksgiving 2 years ago.
I did, but I didn't use the cream cheese frosting.
It was so good. Oh
I
my-
like the cream cheese frosting. So basically, I'm gonna just cut it short. So basically, you cover the entire cake, and the last thing that I do is I add the coconut flakes to the entire cake.
That's
So
great.
if you guys want to finish, I can finish this up, and then you guys can go ahead and talk. I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna check back in on Jael and see how her rice turned out. And if you're
Okay,
done
good.
when we finish there, then we'll
Okay.
look back, okay?
Okay.
Love Kelly.
Alright.
I love you, honey.
Good
Great
job,
job,
Callie.
I
Great
love my
job.
Kelly too.
Don't
Thank
give
you.
that cake to Jamal. He can't have none.
Where's Jamal?
That's his name?